Welcome, viewers, and a special greeting to all our 70,000 plus subscribers. All of you who are eager to learn English can watch the 235 videos and more which I have been uploading for the past few months. Everybody who wants to learn a language knows that the basic unit of a language is a sentence. In this video, you will learn how to frame these sentences. When you make a sentence, which type of construction are you using? If you have not used any of these varieties, then maybe your sentence construction has some problems. For the basic learners, the examples are enough. If you keep repeating these examples, you will be able to frame very good sentences of all varieties. As you will see, the maximum number of sentences we use are assertive or declarative sentences. You have many examples of that. Then you have simple sentences which also can be of the assertive type. For intermediate learners also, this video is useful because you can start analyzing the sentences. And for advanced learners, it is a framework, a model for you to go ahead in your communication. You want to make your communication very rich and varied. You want it to suit every context. You want to impress your audience with the way in which you use sentences, because without a sentence you can't express yourself. That is why this video is very important. Watch it many times and see how much improvement you get in your English, in the correctness of the use of English. Let us move to the examples. Almost all the sentences we use in English can be called as declarative or assertive if they make a statement and the sentence ends in a full stop. Here are 6 examples for you. You can check all the sentences that are there in the different videos which I have uploaded and mark them as assertive or declarative if you think that they belong to this category. In this way, you will learn to frame sentences very easily. Look at the examples. The weather is pleasant today. It makes a statement, ends in a full stop. I have completed my homework. Mount Everest is the highest peak. Again, look at the full stop at the end of each sentence. She loved cooking new dishes. Hard work is always rewarded. Children should learn good manners. All the 6 sentences are assertive or declarative sentences because they make a statement. They are a complete sentence and they end in a full stop. Of the 8 types which we are studying today, negative is a sentence which expresses a denial or a negation of a statement. Assertive declarative is a statement. A negative statement, a statement which uses the word no or not, that becomes a negative sentence. So in the earlier slide, whatever sentences are there, you can make them into negative sentences. I have given you slightly different sentences here, but you can do that exercise. Every sentence which is assertive can be made into a negative sentence by using the word no or not. Again, at the end there is a full stop because they are complete sentences. This book is not interesting. The assertive form is this book is interesting. This book is not interesting makes it negative. I have no idea where everyone is. So the word no here makes it negative. I have no idea. You can say I have an idea where everyone is. That would be an assertive one. But no idea, no makes it negative. Mountain climbing is not an easy task. Now when we are speaking, is not is pronounced as isn't, short form. I have given you all the short forms in the videos on primary and modal auxiliary verbs. Please go to those videos and watch them. So mountain climbing is not an easy task. Now I'm reading slowly. So I'm saying is not. When you speak faster, you say isn't. She did not like cooking new dishes. Did not becomes didn't in speaking. She didn't like cooking new dishes. Or you can say she liked cooking new dishes. Hard work is not always rewarded. Is not, isn't. Hard work is not always rewarded. That is, hard work is always rewarded was the sentence. Here we have exact negative of that. Children should not behave rudely. We can also say shouldn't, short form. So children shouldn't behave rudely. The first two varieties were statements. One is a statement which is asserts or declares, and the other is a statement which negates. Now we have interrogative. It's not a statement, but it is a question. So the punctuation mark is also important. The punctuation mark is not a full stop here, but it is a question mark. I have put the question mark in brackets, as you can see on top. An interrogative sentence asks a question, ends in a question mark. So all the 6 sentences you can see, all of them have a question mark at the end. The question, the interrogative form, either has a verb in front of it, that is a helping verb, or it has a question word like where, why, and what. 3 question words are here. Then you have the other one, is, starting with is, one question, starting with did, another question, that is a question with the verb form in front. All these are explained in the grammar videos. Now you also have a third variety of question, and that is what we call as tag question. Tag means tail, some addition. So the tag question is a statement with a tail which is actually the question. So the last one is that example. 3 types of interrogatives I have explained in this by giving you the examples. Is this an interesting movie? That is this? Look at the structure. And then look at the tone. Is this an interesting movie? The tone goes up. Where has everyone gone this afternoon? Again, you have the question word. Why is mountain climbing difficult? Again with a question verb. Did she make anything special for lunch? Now here you have the verb form. What was the reward you received last year? Here you have the question word. Children should not behave rudely. That was the statement. You put a comma and say, should they? That also becomes a question. It is called a tag question. It's a special kind of question. Very often it's used in spoken English. So those of you who are learning to speak must practice this. This type of sentence, exclamatory, is not a very common form. We use it only when we want to express a strong emotion or we want to show surprise or wonder. And the end of the sentence always has an exclamation mark. I have put it in brackets. You can see that is called an exclamation mark. A long straight line with a full stop below it. That we call as an exclamation mark. Now the exclamatory sentence is different in structure. This structure you have to understand carefully. Usually it begins with the word what or how, but we have some exclamatory words like wow or oh or alas, and then you want to express, your emotion of joy, happiness, then you say congratulations. That also you can put exclamation. These are the ways in which the exclamatory sentence is written. Let us see all of them. What an interesting movie this is. You're expressing great appreciation for the movie. You never thought the movie would be good, but you say it is interesting. How pleasant today's weather is. You're surprised. Today you thought weather would not be good, and you are surprised at the good weather. Wow, this is an amazing gift. Again, you're expressing strong emotion. Oh, that's very sad. When you hear some sad news and you feel strong emotion, you say, oh, that's very sad. Again, you put exclamation mark. Congratulations, you have got the promotion. So you express your happiness. And then you have alas. Alas means sad to say, or I'm sorry. That is what the word alas means. Help came to save him too late. So they couldn't save him. That's what you're saying. So you use the word alas. Imperative sentences are much more common than exclamatory ones. Very often we use a sentence beginning with a verb. It does not require a subject, although the subject is implied. The subject is always you, the person who's listening to you, the person to whom you are talking. So it can be a command, you are ordering somebody to do something. It can be a request, you are saying please help me, or an instruction, warning, invitation, etc. And all of them, as I told you, each of these begins with a verb. Look at the 6 examples. Stop making that noise at once. Here you put a full stop. But sometimes if it is a very strong emotion, you can also put an exclamation here. So in imperative sentence also, exclamation mark is allowed. An exclamatory sentence, you have to put it. Imperative sentence, you can always have a full stop. Please wait for me in the foyer. Now this is a request. You don't need to put an exclamation here. A foyer is an outside space. You have rooms all around and then you have an open space which is covered. That is called a foyer. Don't forget to make that phone call to your boss. So instruction. Don't forget to make that phone call to your boss. Walk carefully in the dark lane. Warning. Or last sentence, beware. There may be pickpockets around. So warning. Invitation. Come and have some tea with me soon. So all of them you see begin with verbs. Stop, wait, don't forget, walk, come, beware. These are all verbs which we are using. Please we don't consider because it's a request word. So we say please wait. Now an assertive or declarative sentence, a negative sentence, can always be a simple sentence. You can have a simple sentence because a sentence which has only one finite verb, only one verb which works as a verb, and it has only a single clause. So where you don't have a conjunction, where you don't have more than one clause, where you have only one verb which functions as a verb, you call it as a simple sentence. So it can be, there is an overlap here now. Assertive sentence can be a simple sentence also. A negative sentence can be a simple sentence also. We can call it like that. Seeing the crowd, I avoided going to the market. Now see, in appearance it's not simple at all. But the definition of simple is what? We need one verb. there is only one finite verb, avoided. The other verb, which looks like a verb, is seeing, which does not work as a verb here. Because seeing can only be I am seeing, I have been seeing, I was seeing, I will be seeing. Some helping verb is required in front of it. You remove the helping verb, seeing becomes non-finite. An entire video of non-finite is there. You can please watch it. There was a large green building near the old fort. So the sentence is very long. Many phrases are there. Large green building near the old fort. Two phrases are there. But clause is only one. And that is because there is only one finite verb, and that is was. The phone is ringing. Simple sentence. Small sentence. Short sentence. Simple sentence. No one has an answer. Again, short and simple sentence. Has is the only verb. Earlier sentence, is ringing, is the only verb. During the earthquake, everyone ran out of their houses. Now, ran is the only verb here. The rest of it is no finite verb. And clause is only one, because the rest of it, everyone ran out of their house during the earthquake. During is preposition and earthquake is noun. So we don't have a second clause here. We only have a phrase. A complex sentence is different from the simple sentence because it has not a single clause but two or more than two clauses. And because it has two clauses, it will have two finite verbs. If it has three clauses, it will have three finite verbs, and so on. It is also joined. The clauses are joined using a subordinating conjunction. I have given you videos on subordinating conjunction, simple, compound, complex sentences. You can watch all these videos after watching this so that you get clear about the grammatical rules. Here we have only examples and for framing sentences to make your English better. But there you will get much more. Let us see the sentences. I avoided going to the market because is the conjunction, avoided, and saw, two verbs, two clauses. Because I saw a crowd. So I avoided going to the market, one clause. I saw a crowd, one second clause. Because, conjunction. There was a large green building which was near the old fort. There was a large green building is one clause. It was near the old fort is one clause, which is the conjunction used for joining these two clauses. Two verbs, was and was, same two verbs. Although the phone is ringing, no one is there to answer it. Although is the conjunction, the phone is ringing, one clause, no one is there to answer it. Second clause, two verbs, is, ringing, and is. We should practice daily since we are eager to learn English. So, two clauses, we should practice daily, we are eager to learn English. These are the two clauses. The conjunction is since, and we have verbs. Should practice is one verb, are is the other verb. When there was an earthquake, everyone ran out of their houses. There was an earthquake is one clause. Everyone ran out of their houses is the second clause. When is the conjunction. Was one verb. Ran out another verb. If you want to succeed, you must follow these instructions. You want to succeed is one clause. You must follow these instructions is another clause. If is the conjunction. Want is one verb. Must follow is the other verb. This is the last of our types of sentences, compound sentence. Here, like the complex, we have two or more clauses and we have two or more verbs, finite verbs. The number of finite verbs is always equal to the number of clauses. That you have to remember. And the joining, unlike the complex sentence where it was subordinating conjunction, here it is a coordinating conjunction which we use. Look at it. I saw the crowd and avoided going to the market. And coordinating conjunction. There was neither a glass nor any water on the table. So you have neither nor, that is a paired conjunction, and there was a glass and water on the table, two clauses. The phone is ringing but no one answered it. You have the conjunction but. You must hurry or you will be late for the meeting. Or is the conjunction. These are all coordinating conjunction. There was an earthquake, so everyone ran out of their houses. So is the conjunction. She is generous, yet no one appreciates her. Yet is the conjunction here. All these are coordinating conjunctions, making the sentences compound sentences. These, if you remember, you will be able to frame sentences of all varieties for every context. Practice these, then look at the other videos and check what type of sentences are used in each of the videos. Once you are familiar with all the structures, all the types, then you will be able to frame any sentence to suit any situation. All the best and thank you.